Yes, now you might remember that back in the day where that was the start of Courtney Cox's career, and she has the Bruce Springsteen to thank for all of her success because she couldn't have done it without him.
89.7 PBA-FM, putting the community first.
That may or may not be true, but it tells a good story. Mez, do you want to tell us another good story?
I suppose. Modbury Vista.
Yes.
CSL team.
Correct.
Last Friday night played Woodside.
Yes, they did.
However, only one of the two teams played.
They did.
Because for the first time in my 4 years involved with Modbury Vista's amateur program, we had to forfeit.
We did.
A game.
Yes.
So, through unavailabilities, suspensions, injuries, and it was the two suspensions that tipped us over the edge. We were playing guys with injury, so got to protect players from themselves. Mm-hmm. So it was only the one game played, Mick.
It was.
And it was a frustrating game, I would say, in that first half. Now, you were not there,
I
were
was
you?
not there, no.
Oh, hang on. Before I go too much further, do we have some
Yes,
audio?
we do.
Well, let's go to the audio.
Good afternoon, LSM crew and the listener. Tony Vella here, 3D coach at Modbury Vista Soccer Club Collegiate League, better known as Big V, number one guest of the Local Sport Matters. Last Friday night, 3C and 3D teams were scheduled to play against Woodside. Due to two players receiving red cards on Wednesday night for the 3D game against Pulteney, we could not field a team, and so we had to forfeit the game. Still reeling in anger due to that. But we were able to add a couple of fresh players to the bench for the 3C game, which did go ahead. Now, with Woodside being a team that's sitting at the bottom of the ladder, they've got nothing to lose, so very unpredictable. The boys started off keeping the ball and getting into shooting positions. As the half went on, we couldn't get a goal for love or money. And we began to slow the game down to Woodside's pace. In no time, Woodside scored from an error in our back line, and we were 1-0 down going into the end of the half. In the change room, the coach had gone through the list of items that were marked on the whiteboard before the game. None of those items had been followed, so Colin was not happy. The start of the second half was no better. We had the ball possession but couldn't get the ball in the back of the net. We were getting hustled off the ball. With 20 minutes to go of the game, Colin and I came up with a plan to take one of the midfielders off and move Josh McQueenie into the forward line. So he's a defender for us. Chris to the back line, and Ali moved into the midfield role, feeding the strikers. Let's just say it was a stroke of genius. The whole game had turned on its head. Josh had scored our first goal and the floodgates opened. Alex scored and then Ali scored too. We ended up winning 4-1. Woodside did put up a good fight with only having 11 players plus one sub. They just ran out of legs, which is something that we're all too familiar with. Tomorrow we have our games away. Both teams playing Adelaide Titans, and once again we're short players. At least we don't have to forfeit the 3D game. I will let you know how those games go next week. To all the listeners, have a great weekend. To Mick and Mez and the Pink Man, see you tomorrow. Oh, and good luck to Salisbury United senior men's team who are playing the State League 1 first leg of the semi-finals against Sturt Lions. My son Julian is part of that squad and I wish him all the best. It's a ciao bello from me.
Oh, Big V.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
Up and about this week.
Yes.
No, we like that.
Nothing pleases me more than hearing a Big V that he's up and about.
That's right. And then number one guest he calls himself.
Yes.
And we've got the number one listener, Craig Allen Sorrigan, El Presidente of the USC Bears on board.
That's because they're part of the number one local sports show in Adelaide.
They are indeed. And Tony summed that up.
Just what? He pushed the button that you shouldn't push.
Cameron,
Yes.
this is, in case you're unaware, my man, this is going to air. Are you aware of that?
I am aware.
Okay. So, back to what we were saying before the
Yes.
producer just had a conniption. You didn't have a stroke or anything there, did you?
The mouse had a stroke.
It was the mouse. Right, okay. Big V summed it up pretty well. And I must admit, I'm going to take a little bit of credit too, as I've discussed it with the Big V, because the one thing that was very obvious that we did not have up front was a bull.
Right.
And we started the season with essentially two pairings that complemented each other very, very well, which is where we had Ali and Sam as one pair, and we had Alex and Michael Genovese as the other pair.
Yes.
And essentially the idea was going to be, good luck stopping that when we're rotating those two forward combinations against you. Now, had the season gone a little different, I suspect that would have been pretty prolific. So
I've got a prediction.
Oh, please.
I worked with Alex Paredes last night, on Wednesday night, and gave him the benefit of my knowledge and inspiration.
Didn't take long?
Nah.
Oh, sorry.
Nah. Just, you don't want to give men of his ilk too much knowledge all at once.
I just assumed that you wouldn't have had much to impart.
Hang on a minute.
See, he did. It took the second take.
No, I was deflecting.
I understand.
Right? That's how things roll. And I predict that he will score a hat-trick this weekend.
Well, let's hope he does. Let's wind this up, because Tony's already said who we're playing. When we look at the tables,
Yes.
Mulberry Vista sitting in fourth. It could maybe fall as low as fifth, can finish as high as third. So the last three games are pretty critical. The 3D team pretty well anchored towards the bottom. So we're not quite sure how that plays out. The top team, Woodcroft, who have won the league with 5 games to go, but they only field one team. So I don't see how they're promoted. We don't understand how it's all going to work. So we'll watch this space. And as the Big V said, we head to Adelaide Titans tomorrow.
Yep.
Where, according to you, Alex Pedelis will score a hat-trick.
Yes, he will.
All right, over to him.
89.7 PBA-FM.
My first song now,
Yes.
Cameron, apart from sitting here in this studio with a disease that would have slayed 100 men, fit virile men as well, I might add, I'm a testament to human evolution sitting here, and I'm also an inspiration to you, Cameron.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now, I know you've said you're struggling as we head towards the 100th show to not double up songs. Mick and I have got 30-odd years of musical experience, and your generation is generally no good. So I understand why that would be the case, but I'm here to show you, through inspiration, how I've managed to pull a theme out of nothing, out of nowhere, out of dust, out of air.
It's kind of how that works, Miz.
No, it's not, because you're struggling and I'm dominating. My theme, all 4 of my songs, and the inspiration for that will be a little bit later, all 4 of my songs, the title of the song features the name of a celebrity. And we're going to kick off with an Australian band here, Australian Crawl, with
an Australian legend.
Yes, with James Rain heading the band up, who sometimes sings in English. And this is about a man, a movie star, a myth, and his name is Errol. What